Hi, I'm Dr. Satish Kumar, and this is Kaizen Dental. Our aim here is to help dentists succeed. In today's interview, we are going to talk to Dr. Kumar Anshul about his journey of doing MBA after BDS. We're going to explain the entire process in detail. Dr. Kumar Anshul did his BDS from Manipal and then went on to do his MBA from the Indian School of Business, which is ranked 23rd in the world as per Financial Times rankings. He currently works as a marketing and communications manager for a diagnostic multinational company, prior to which he's worked extensively with various Fortune 500 companies. He has helped more than 200 aspirants get a seat at their Dream B school. He writes extensively on MBA admissions and career development on his blog. The details of the blog would be posted on our Instagram page. Hi, Dr. Anshul. Thank you for joining us. I've seen your career growth over the last 10, 12 years from when you were a BDS student, and I've seen where you have reached. So it's really lovely to have you on our platform. So, my first question for you is, how did you decide that you want to get into a non clinical field and not continue with clinical dentistry? What made you decide that?
So, if I can be very candid, it was like a chance, or you can say it was like an accident. So, I studied at Manipal. That's where I did my BDS from, and I'm pretty sure those who are listening, they know that Manipal gives a laptop and a free internet connection to everyone. Not everyone, but it's medical, dental, and pharma and engineering students. So I'm talking about 2010, and getting a free internet connection, 15 GB per month was a big thing that time. Data was not that cheap back then, and I was from a very small town. I literally had no exposure when I actually started my college in Manipal. I couldn't even articulate a single line in English, so I came from that background. Uh, I I am from a tier three town in Jharkhand, which is difficult even to reach. So and that's where I did my schooling from. So the point I'm trying to put is that I was from a very small town. I hardly had any exposure, and the moment that's why when I came to Manipal, it was like an entire Pandora box open to me. It was just like a new world, and all of a sudden I got this laptop and this entire internet connection. And of course, you could do many things with the internet, but I chose to do constructive things. So I ended up. I tried to just Google more and more about dentistry, what exactly dentistry is, because as a first year, you literally don't know anything except that it is something about teeth. And I try to know what's happening around the world. And I was very, very concerned about what I'll be doing after I finish this course. And I can confidently say, because I remember it very distinctly, that I was very concerned about it since my first 10 videos, because I was very cognizant of the situation that the problems that Indian dentists were facing at that time. So I was very careful that I shouldn't do something which I'm not supposed to do, so that by the time I graduate, I should have a stable career somewhere. But I was not sure. Of course, no one knows what they are good at, what they want to do when they are 18 years old. Uh, but because I was just reading so many things about dentistry, and I was kind of addicted to social media. Even before joining college, I was mad Orkut addict. I used to sit on Orkut for 8 to 10 hours a day. It was like a clinical addiction, which I'm not very proud of. And then in 2010, I joined Manipal. Facebook came in vogue. Orkut kind of people stopped, being on Orkut, and they started making their accounts on Facebook, and that's how I discovered Facebook. I made an account in college, and then I made a page on. Facebook page, and it was named BDS under bracket Bachelor of Dental Surgery. It still exists. It is not active. I only post it like once in a year when I have to post something about dentistry. It has 35,000 organic likes, and 30,000. It reached 30,000 while I was in my college itself. And I'm talking about the time when there were no Facebook ads. You can't really pay Facebook to. You couldn't pay Facebook to increase your likes. Everything was organic. So I used to post a lot of stuff every day, just copy paste. But whatever good article I'm reading about uh, dentistry, I used to put it on my page, and that's how that community started growing. And every night I used to be online, and I used to talk to the fans and followers through comments. I post a random post that okay, which who is the dental student who's online right now? Let's chat. That's how I started connecting to dental students and dentists from all across the world, from more than 50 countries. And I remember in my second year, on my first day, I started a blog. So this page was started in first year. In second year, I started a blog, and I started this blog in July. And I remember in August or September, I get a call, and it's a lady, and she's like, Anshul, it's Kumar Anshul, right? I said, yes. Who is this? Like, you might not know me, but you might have heard about my husband. Uh, I am Dr. Gauri Shankar's wife. Do you know Dr. Gauri Shankar? I'm like, who doesn't know him? A dentist can't clear postgraduate exam without knowing Dr. Gauri Shankar and without reading his books. She said, we love your blog. We want to put up an advertisement on your blog. How much will you charge? And I had absolutely no clue what to do that. She got my number because I had put up a banner. Someone told me that you should put an ad. So I put a banner. If you want to put an ad, please call me on this number randomly. And then I asked a few people and I quoted something, and the money was there in my bank account by the end of the day. Eventually, two or three other big and small dental businesses started posting ads on my blog, and I started charging them. And then because my community on Facebook has also grown, so I started posting their ads on the Facebook also. So by the time I was in my final year, I ended up, working for 15 clients, 14 to 15 clients. Most of them were dental, some were medical as well. And that's how I just love doing that. And I realized that digital marketing is something I'm good at. I'm good in content. I'm good in communication. I know what customer wants and I can make content for them. I know how social media works. I know how to engage people on social media. And this is how this journey started. And by the time I graduated, I had done many things. I had also started a journal. Again, it was a real international journal in true sense. I made an online community of around 100 people from 50 countries. And that's how the journal had articles from 35 to 40 countries, if I remember correctly, from every continent, except Antarctica, of course. And by the time I graduated, my freelancing work was going on well. The journal was doing well. It was like a very sensical thing to me. Okay, I want to go to marketing rather than doing any clinical stuff. I never thought of dropping out because I don't come from a family who will support like dropping out. So I thought, okay, I'll just pass. But I did pass with first class, I must say. Never got a distinction, but I had first class throughout.
Understood. Never it came into your mind you should try maybe hospital admin rather than just marketing, maybe MPH, because anyone who thinks about non-clinical, they even think about those options. You just made up your mind marketing, or you just there was a day you thought maybe I should try MHA or something of that sorts.
So to answer your question, I will ask another question to you. We already narrowed down our avenues the day we chose BDS, right? Because an MBBS can do anything after he or she finishes the MBBS. They can venture out anywhere. A BDS can't do much. BDS will become a dentist only. Huh? You might specialize into ortho or oral surgery, but at the end of the day, you will end up treating teeth only. So you narrow down your entire future prospect the day you chose BDS. Why should anyone narrow down their avenues while doing masters also? So if I want to work in hospital, I can still do that. I can work as a marketing manager in a hospital. I can start sending them resumes. They will give me a job, I'm pretty sure. But no, that's the reason I never wanted to narrow down my future prospects. So I never thought about MHA, and this is an advice I am giving to students since last 5-6 years, that don't even think of
So
MHA.
don't think about MHA and think about MBA as a whole. But in MBA
Yes.
also, they have a lot of options, like say marketing. Now, for example, you decided you like marketing. So would you suggest do MBA marketing, or there are just general MBA courses, go and do those?
No, there are no general MBA courses.
Okay.
When you pursue MBA, either you pursue 2 year or 1 year MBA, you will the first half of the course will be like core courses where they will teach you everything, and then you choose in which stream you want to major in.
Okay, understood.
So there's nothing like general MBA. You know,
Oh,
you'll
I was
eventually, yeah, that is fine. You'll eventually major in marketing or finance or operations or supply chain or HR. I know a few doctors who major in HR also.
okay. So after that, you're telling then if you want to get into a hospital, you can get into a hospital setup. Maybe if you do HR, hospital setup for an HR, or you can do HR into any other
Yes,
field.
yes, I
So
know people who did normal MBA, not MHA, and they're working in a hospital because they wanted to.
understood.
Yeah.
So doing MBA keeps your options open. It's not like dentistry, you just
Yes.
have to stick to one. Okay, that's a very
Yes,
different advice.
and a small yes, and a small minority of doctors would pursue MBA. When I say doctors, I mean both physicians and dentists. They are not even in healthcare. I had a friend, batchmate from Manipal. She pursued MBA from IFT Delhi, very decent college. Almost you can consider it as a tier one college in India. She is a marketing manager in Bata, the shoe company,
Oh,
and she's
that's nice.
happy. She's like, she did try in healthcare, she didn't get. She got in Bata, and today she's happy. So, I mean, it
Understood.
completely depends.
Now you told me about IFT. Okay, you told me that's close to
II,
tier one.
IIF,
Sorry,
IIFT,
IIFT.
IIF. Yeah.
Okay, so what are the actual tier one MBA colleges basically? How do you decide? And
So there is a general perception, uh, which also depends on many rankings that happen, India Today ranking, Outlook ranking. And then there are some international ranking. The most respected international ranking is FT ranking, Financial Times. So according to that rank, ISB is the best in the country. It's ranked 23rd in the world or 26th in the world currently. Generally, it hovers between 23rd to 30th in the world.
okay,
Then IIM Ahmedabad, Calcutta, Bangalore, they are also in top 100 in the world. So these colleges are definitely good colleges, tier one. There are some other tier one colleges. XLRI Jamshedpur, very good. MDI Gurgaon. Uh, IAFT, some people consider it, some people don't. Then apart from IIM ABC, that is Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, IIM Lucknow is also very much considered in tier one. Am I missing something? Narsi Munji, there is a pharmaceutical MBA in Narsi Munji, which many dentists end up doing. But Narsi Munji, I would say between tier one and tier two, not really tier one.
okay.
So yeah, these are the
Anything,
colleges.
any other colleges in the south you could specify?
IIM Bangalore, Hyderabad, ISB
Oh,
Hyderabad.
okay.
IIM Kozhikode also is kind of tier one.
Okay. So now you told a large number of colleges. Yeah, there's one lot of IM, but there are other colleges as well. So the
Yes.
exams for them are different. So the dentists have to prepare for all these various exams, or how do they go about it?
So I'll tell you. So the most famous management exam, management entrance exam is CAT, Common
Okay.
Admission Test. Now, CAT is an exam which will be taken by any of the 19 IIMs. Not really 19. Generally, it is taken by one of the older IIMs. Older IIMs are Blackie, Bangalore, Lucknow, Ahmedabad, Calcutta, Kozhikode, Indore, or S
Okay.
also, that is Shillong. One of these IIMs will take CAT every year. They keep rotating between them. Now the CAT score will be accepted by all the 19 IIMs
Okay.
and other schools, which are not IIMs, but they are also good schools. One very good schools I missed telling is FMS Delhi. It is Faculty of Management Sciences under University of Delhi. Amazing school.
Okay.
Also, it has no fees because it's a central university,
Oh,
central
that's
government.
good.
Yeah, it has no fees. So these are the colleges. FMS will also accept CAT score. MDI Gurgaon will also accept CAT score. And then there are many tier two colleges which will accept CAT scores. Tier two,
So
tier three
main
colleges.
focus should be CAT exam.
I'm coming to that. So CAT, of course, main focus should be CAT. Second is ZAT, Xavier Aptitude Test. It is accepted by XLRI and XIMB Bhubaneswar, which is a tier two college, good college. There is a dentist who was my acquaintance in current batch in XIMB Bhubaneswar, decent college. No, there are two dentists. They, like it's a 2 year college, so dono batch mein there is one dentist right now. I know both of them. I talked to both of them before they joined. So XIMB and XLRI. XLRI is a tier one college. XIMB, I can say between tier one and tier two. They will accept ZAT score, and XIMB will also accept CAT. I'm not really sure. You have to go and check on their website. So CAT, ZAT, Narsi Munji has its own exam, which is called NMAT. So you have to take the
Okay.
NMAT. And then there is a very amazing college called TIS. Most dentists know about TIS because they apply to the MPH course for TIS or MHA course at TIS. But TIS also has a master's in HR course, which is considered as equivalent to MBA in HR. Very good college for HR. In fact, it's the best college in HR after XLRI. So
Okay.
it will take its own exam, TISnet. So TIS stands for Tata Institute of Social Science, which is in Mumbai. So now these are all Indian exams if you want to pursue your MBA in India. Now let's come to abroad. what if you want to pursue your MBA somewhere outside India? And you should do that only if you want to work in that country. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Makes no sense to pay your loan or pay your fees in dollars and euros and pounds, and then come back and pay back that
Earning
loan in
rupees.
rupees. That makes no sense. So GMAT is a universal exam which every management college in the world will accept, except Indian management colleges, because Indians somehow they
We are
don't
different.
consider, like IIM Ahmedabad is like, GMAT is not for us. So GMAT will be accepted by every college in the world. Also, GRE was not really a exam made for MBA, but now many colleges have started accepting GRE scores also. You can either take GMAT or take GRE, but you have to check on the college website if they're accepting GRE or not. GMAT, everyone will accept.
Understood.
Now, because of COVID-19, many good colleges, not best ones, but many good colleges have stopped asking for any exam scores. You straight away
Oh,
write the admission essays and prepare for the interview if they call you for the interview. So again, you have to do individual research if you want to pursue MBA outside. What exam they are exam score they are accepting, or even if they are asking for an exam score or not.
understood.
Coming to ISB, ISB is one school which is in India, but it's an actual global school because it doesn't
Okay.
accept any Indian exam. So ISB till my year only used to accept GMAT. After I graduated from 2019, it has started accepting GRE also. So for
Okay.
ISB, you can either take GMAT or GRE, but it is different in ISB. Your success not only depends on your GMAT or GRE score, it actually depends on how strong your application is and how well you perform an interview. Your GMAT and GRE score will be just like a hygiene check.
Understood.
And ISB has two campuses, one in Hyderabad, one in Mohali, Punjab.
Okay. Now you told about getting into these colleges. Okay. Now there are two schools of thought. One is soon as you finish your BDS, get into an MBA. Okay. Why waste time? Start off with your career. Then there's another school of
Right.
thought which tells you go find a few jobs, understand what type of MBA what you want to specialize into, get your resume up so that you can get better chances of getting into a better college or university. What is your take on it? If you're liking this video, please do not forget to hit the like button below because Dr. Kumar Anshul has taken out time from his schedule to come and join us and give you advice on MBA after BDS.
Yeah, so it's a very good question, Satish. And people who follow me on my Instagram, I keep conducting a lot of session, and this is the most common question which people ask, and I am very much opinionated about this. I am not diplomatic. I am not the one who says that you can do anything. I am. I strongly believe
You're
that
not diplomatic about
you should
anything.
have work experience. Yeah, first of all, that is also true. I'm not diplomatic about anything. I firmly believe everyone should take a stand in every walks of their life. But anyway, let's not go there.
Yeah.
About this particular question, everyone should have work experience before going for an MBA. Now, uh, why is that? I'll come to that later. First, I want to give a few information. First, uh, all the colleges that I just told you about in India, they will accept you without any work experience except ISB. ISB is the only college, as far as I know, which will not accept you until you have 2 years of experience. Okay.
Okay.
Now, why do you still? Now you can ask if I actually am able to clear IM, why should I actually take
Take a break
work
and do.
experience? So the thing is
Yes.
that yeah, going to a B school is the first step. The most difficult thing for a dentist at a B school is to find a good job, and a recruiter will of course the recruiter will kind of consider it that you are from IM, you are from a good college, but ultimately he or she will look at your resume that what exactly have you done in your life so far, and your clinical work is of no value to them. So to sell yourself well, to actually be valuable to a recruiter, to a company, to convince the recruiter, to convince the hiring manager that you actually have certain skills and you have learned those skills while working for some company, not only in the college. You need to have a job. Now you might ask that how to get a job, how to
Yes.
get a corporate job. Should I do a corporate job or should I do a clinical job? Uh, Again, I have written at lengths about it on my blog. I would suggest everyone to go through that blog because I have worked very hard to write that blog. In fact,
We'll be
today
putting a
morning I was
link
talking to
of
an
that
MBBS
on our
student.
Instagram page. Do not forget to go and check that out.
Yeah, yeah. So, in fact, today morning I was talking to a MBBS student. She's like, sir, my internship is going to end in next 15, no, my final year is going to end in next 15 days and I'm going to join internship. What should I do? And she exactly asked the same question, that should I get a job or should I, start preparing for my MBA entrance exam during my internship. So I told her that you just please focus on internship, because you will not learn anything if you are trying to prepare for management exams and during internship. Please focus on internship. Get a job at a healthcare startup or a corporate, maybe a medical affair job, because you are an MBBS, you'll easily get one if you want to. Dentists have to struggle a bit, but I have seen dentists, two or three dentists I know personally who got amazing jobs in startups and healthcare consulting firms immediately after BDS. It all depends on how much grit you have. So coming back to your question, please have at least 2 years of work experience before jumping to a B school. It will just pay you dividends uh, when you will actually sit for the recruitment during campus placements.
Understood. Any other parting advice to the people who are thinking of making the jump from clinical dentistry to non-clinical or maybe MBA?
Oh, yes. So, if you're thinking that it is about money, you know, that if it's just money is your motivation, then this would be the worst career move of your life. Trust me. I'm not saying corporate executives don't make money. They do. Uh, the better college you study at, the more money you will make. Unfortunately, this is how it is. At least in the beginning of your career. For first 4 to 5 years of your post MBA job, your earnings and your brand value of the company where you will be working will be dependent on what kind of college you did your MBA from. After that, of course, you'll build your own profile and you will kind of convince everyone. Convince the future recruiter that you will be able to convince the future recruiter that you have done a good job. Then your pedigree, which college you did your MBA from, will not matter much. But initially, your earning, your brand value of the company all depend on which college you did your MBA from. But having said that, uh, if you'll think about long run, like 15 years, 20 years, a private practitioner might end up making more money than a corporate executive, because not everyone rises high in the career ladder, right? There are so many people in a company, only one becomes the CEO, only
Understood.
one becomes the CMO, and then the senior management level, very few people reach there. Most people are stuck at middle management because of multiple other reasons. It is beyond the scope of this interaction to go into that
Yes.
zone. But in the long run, eventually a private practitioner more or less will make more money than you if you're not able to rise up very high in your career. But what a private practitioner can't do, that he can't think, okay, now I'm done, I want to go to a new city and start my life again, or maybe I want to do something different, which you can do as a corporate professional. So right now I'm working, for example, I'm working for a company right now, and I am staying in a flat. I just took a studio, like a fully furnished studio. I can literally walk out tomorrow if I want to. I just have 2 to 3 bags, and I can start my life in a new country if I want plan to immigrate. So I'm very asset light, this kind of freedom in your life you will get uh, being a corporate executive, but not as a private practitioner in India. I'm specifically talking about India.
Understood.
So think about what kind of life you want before taking the jump. What kind of life you want? What kind of daily grind you want? Are you fine waiting for a patient, or working on a patient on a day-to-day basis, kind of doing the same kind of job every day? Or you want to challenge yourself uh, to many other different things, but still working under someone? You will always have a boss or a manager. Even if you someday become a CEO, you will still be answerable to the board of directors and shareholders as well. So you'll always
Understood.
be working under someone. You should know how to manage that person, and by the time you become a middle manager, there will be so many people reporting to you. You have to manage them as well. Are you okay to take all that stress, or you just want to become like your own, like you don't want to work for anyone, you just want to work for yourself, which will happen very nicely in a private practice, and it will pay you also. Unfortunately, because of the stage where Indian dentistry is right now, you might not make a lot of money initially, but in the long run, as I said, you'll eventually make good money if you're good at it. So please think about the kind of life you want, the lifestyle you want. uh, what kind of mobility you want. Mobility is a very big thing, especially for female dentists who keep asking me, what do I do? Even if I start a clinic, I will get married. What will happen to the clinic? But if you think you'll make a good career in corporate, you should think about it. So money must not be the motivation. Ultimately, if you're good at something, you will make money. But think about the lifestyle, think about your mobility, think about what actually drives you. Think about your personality also. For example, my personality doesn't align with sitting at one place. Like I literally can't sit on my table for more than I would say 15 to 20 minutes. And I've accepted that it's a part of my personality, and that's how I chose my career. So had I had chosen MBA in finance, where you have to sit on the table for 15 to 16 years, for 16 hours a day, I don't know what I would have done. So I'm in marketing, I keep roaming around, and I can take a chill pill, still do a good job. So even at MBA, you have to think a lot. But yeah, those who are trying to take a plunge, please think about these things before taking the plunge.
I genuinely love that advice because a lot of young dentists I've seen are thinking earnings initially in dentistry is low as an associate dentist. Soon as I join a non-clinical field, my starting salary is higher. And it is just the focus on the starting salary which makes a lot of people take the jump. Over a 10-15 year period, things would be same or might diverge depending upon how good you're at the job. And you have to decide on what you like. That is really valuable advice which you have told today because a lot of young dentists make the mistake out here. Again, I would like to thank you, Dr. Anshul, for taking your valuable time for joining us today.
Just one comment, if you allow, on
100%.
that. Yeah, just one comment on that, because it's a really important topic, because many people who are on the verge of taking a decision will be listening to this. So I am not discounting the importance of a starting salary. I'm just saying think very clearly about everything. A higher salary was very important for someone like me. I mean, I don't want to have a higher salary when I turn 35 or 40. You know, I wanted to make good money when I'm young. And I was very
Understood.
sure, dead sure about it. Some people might be very okay with it, that, okay, I am okay, with having like maybe a 50, 60 lakhs ka corpus by the time I turn 35. I was not okay with that. I wanted it earlier. So again, it is okay to want a higher salary from the beginning, but again, think from all perspective before taking any decision.
Very good.
That's it.
Absolutely perfect advice. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Anshul.
No problem.
We have also made a video in which we explain a few non clinical job options after BDS. You can go and check that out as well.